Okay, here at the Rogers Road at the Gales Creek campground area. Yeah, the gate closed right now, so you can't really head out there. Park. I mean, you can't come in and park, but you can park out on by the road. And heading up the road till we hit the trail. Okay, here at the sign for the Gales Creek campground. So far, we were the only people walking in here. Storey Burn Trail, Bell Camp Trailhead, Reehers Camp. So this is the road that we're going to, the trail, excuse me, we're going to be hiking on. And when the road's open for the summer, there's actually quite a bit of space here. And the trails are open, and it's just that the campground's closed for the winter. And there's a plaque over here I'll walk over and look at. Okay, here's the plaque for the trail. And it's dedicated to his memory, and now we're heading up this way. Okay, Gales Creek down there is a little bit of color to the water. It's not high water by any means, but we've had pretty good rain. But today's supposed to be a good day, and they're promising that it will be nice. So we'll see if the fog actually lifts. One probably shouldn't drop one's hiking pole. Here's the first bridge. Canyon there with some blowdown. That's why you want to stay off the canyons up here if you can, because they get pretty choked and nasty. Of course, the bridges are always a little bit slick. But trail conditions are really nice, and a lot of the loose mud and stuff has all been washed off, so it's pretty nice. Oops. Okay, a second bridge, which is actually not very far from the last one, but this one's got some water moving through it. And we're coming to a junction. And we did this trail a month or so ago, maybe two. And that's the Storey Burn Trail. We came down that. And now we're going toward Bell Camp Road, which is down this way. So one of the many creeks coming across the trail. Right there, comes out of there. Pretty good flow this time of year. It'll be dry in the summer. Okay, there's a cool little waterfall there. Of course, it comes across the trail. Some of these are getting hard to cross without getting in over the top of my shoes. That's what happens when you hike right after it rains. And in the canyon again. Pretty rough country up here. Cliff right there. And the trail goes on and on and on. And the little waterfall is right there that goes over the top. This is the spot we just crossed. And managed to get through without getting wet. But we're starting to get to where a little bit hard to cross, and you can't see it, but way up there there's a really nice waterfall that it doesn't need to take a photo of because there's too much stuff in the way, and you see what the canyon's like getting there. Wintertime in the Oregon Coast Range leads to a lot of this, where it's kind of slid off a little bit here, and you got to kind of work your way around. You can see where people went around there. They were back on the trail, and we just got passed by a couple trail runners. They actually passed us coming down, and they turned around, they're heading back up. So they're probably heading toward Bell Camp or heading toward Reehers Camp. But that trail's in good conditions, really good. Just got those streams that are coming across are sometimes getting pretty hard to get across now without getting wet. But That's the way it works. Guess I should have worn my boots instead of my trail runners today. And here's what the canyon looks like up here. Interesting little creek down there. And it's kind of hard to capture that. But it is a pretty nice view. And then the trail in the canyon just keeps going. Another little alder flat down here by the creek. And either the trails drop down or the creek has come up to meet us. I think the creek has come up to meet us. In the summertime, all the leaves, they totally change this, but this is kind of desolate looking in the winter. It's also kind of cool. End of the road for today. It's up because of the rain and stuff. It's a little bit too deep, and we're not really wanting to get ourselves wet crossing it, and the logs are pretty slick up there, so it just doesn't sound like a good idea. And we've already gone 4 miles in, so it's going to be an 8 to 9 mile day anyway. And the main stream down there, as we're working our way back out. An interesting old stump here. Still got some of the char from back in the burn. Probably 1933, from judging from where we're at. Got a nice old growth stump here, and you can see it's still blackened from back in the day. And but you can see the springboard cuts, and you can see where they had the cable. Somebody's used it as a tail hold at one time. You can see where the cables have cut in. It's really kind of cool. And over there you can see an old railroad grade heading up. Heading up that hill there. Going across this sap on the trail, or sap. Look at all that pitch. Came across some ancient artifacts out here, way back in the hole. Yeah, somebody's dryer. Well, we're moving on up the trail here, and look at some decent trees. The base road here, the trail's on an old railroad grade, which kind of makes it nice, but a lot of places where it's been washed out, we've got to go up and around and about. We're down here by the park, and just about to where we hit the gravel road and at the end of the trail.